What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Saturday afternoon. As usual, I'm in the office working. I'm actually rebuilding a couple of websites. Waiting on my technician to work on a couple of things. Apparently, I'm updating a few websites and I'm getting these 500 HTTP errors, which I'm sure is probably something easy. But basically, I'm finally deciding to update websites that are over 10 years old. So, listening to music and everything, and uh, but that's not the reason why I made this video. The reason why I'm making this video is because I've been getting all sorts of messages about this Sv3rige guy, or I actually refer to him as Sv3rige. He's this nutty raw meat eating white boy who goes and antagonizes vegans. I've never actually commented on him before, and I just thought that he was just a lunatic. And honestly, I'm actually surprised that there's someone even more crazier than Vegan Gains out there, but here we are. So, from what I'm understanding, this nutcase is actually on the run from Popo Billy Club uh, over a couple of incidences that happened allegedly over a couple of days. So, from the gist of it, from what I can see, apparently he was having a meeting with some of his ugly ass granolas. I'm not sure who they are. I've looked at their pictures and they look like typical street trash. And apparently, he went on a rampage, was waving a knife around everywhere, and then he kicked out everyone from his location, including his wife by the name of Luna, which she's uglier than Luna Vachon from WWE. If you guys remember the oddities back in the 90s, that's. But anyway, kicked out the baby too. And that's kind of sad, because you never want to kick out your bird or your chicks or anything like that. That's just straight up wrong. So over the course of the day, and I actually saw this little uh, thing that came in. And I can't even collaborate it because, as the weather, it's some sort of parody, but apparently he decided to threaten to kill himself if his woman, Luna, didn't come home. Now, here's the interesting thing that I found out. Apparently, when she actually came back home, held her at knife point and actually chopped off some of her hair. And now he's ran to some other country, I think Bulgaria. I think he was in Romania and Bulgaria. They're just about the same country, basically. So now that you've heard this tale of woe, what do I think of it? Who cares? Given his limited resources, probably no one's going to hide him out. But looking at him, he's probably going to go and hide in the woods for a bit. But one thing's for sure: once they catch up with him, he's going to be in deep doo doo. So, in my opinion, whenever you're eating raw meat and stuff like that, you may be antagonizing vegans, but at the same time, raw meat has a lot of bacteriums and other nasty diseases that you would typically not get when you cook food, which is the reason why we cook food these days. That's why we put things to the fire in order to kill all these bacteria and diseases and stuff out that is destroyed with putting a little heat to it. So it's possible that, when he was eating one of those cow brains or so forth, he could have probably picked up mad cow disease or some sort of neurological disorder. Who knows? He's always been a weirdo when watching these videos and stuff like that. And most people think it's funny, but I really don't. That Sv3rige or Sv3rige, I think his name is Sv3rige. I think that's the correct way to pronounce it. Doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I hardly ever cover this guy. Figured I'd do it today due to, everyone wanting to know my opinion about it. It's really hard for me to give an opinion about someone that I hardly follow whatsoever. I mean, there's a lot of other people that I follow on YouTube and Reddit and Instagram and stuff like that, and he simply isn't one of them. He's just simply his own level of nutcase. But in any event, I wish well for his ugly wife and his kid and everything. Certainly hope both of them get some help and everything. But honestly, it's not just him, but it's also about the company that you keep as well. When you hang out with weirdos, weird things happen. Period. That's all I got to say today on this. Take care.